What is good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing what if Naruto had every single KEKEI GENKAI, or it could copy any KEKEI GENKAI. So yeah, let's get into this video. And before we actually start, I'm gonna do some few things. All right, I'm gonna change up my schedule. So I'm gonna probably upload every other day from now on. So basically, Naruto is going to have an ability called the copy ability. Obviously, it's kind of like the Sharingan ability, but the Sharingan can only copy other jutsu, but not KEKEI GENKAI. So it's sort of like a variation to the Sharingan, and this is just a gift that the Namikaze clan has to make it easier for me, because usually I add in some other people and stuff, which is kind of hard, and I get paid the same amount, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah. Okay, so basically Minito will actually perfect the flying Raijin through copying it from scrolls instead of actually training, so it can instantly come to him, making him also learn more jutsu like the reanimation jutsu and basically almost every single jutsu off Tobirama's book. This is going to make Minito much stronger when he fights Obito, so he can successfully seal the Nine Tails without dying. And so he seals half the Nine Tails in Kushina and the other half in Naruto, making Naruto being able to be more powerful and Kushina surviving. Now basically, since Naruto gets all this stuff, he gets to live with two parents and nobody's going to hate on him, maybe sometimes here and there because he still does have the Nine-Tailed Fox. Okay, so now fast forward a few years later. Minito teaches Naruto how to do the Rasengan and sealing jutsu. Now, since Naruto is only 5 years old, he isn't going to be able to obviously copy all the KEKEI GENKAI on the scroll, just like a few. And I know I just forgot it was actually KEKEI GENKAI. I'm just going to say that the KEKEI GENKAI I'm talking about is like stuff like, I don't know, the reanimation and sealing jutsu. So yeah. So Naruto learned the Rasengan, and he also learned a KEKEI GENKAI called the sealing KEKEI GENKAI. I know it's not creative, but deal with it. Now, this is actually going to be a pretty interesting ability. Basically, what this does is actually, for example, if somebody used a jutsu, okay? It's kind of like the copy quirk in My Hero Academia. You take the quirk, and like they have it. So in this timeline, if Naruto sees a jutsu and he activates a sealing jutsu onto himself and the person in the target, he can learn the jutsu, making the person forget what they learned. But this is actually going to take a lot of accuracy, skill, and chakra. So he hasn't mastered it yet, but he can take low-level jutsu like, you know, a clone jutsu, the shadow clone jutsu, and like earth-style mud wall, easy stuff like that. Now, Naruto is going to have a much happier life in this timeline because he does have his parents alive, and it's just going to be a very happy for him. It's not going to be all sad and lonely, and people actually respect him, and Minito is going to move on as Hokage. Another thing that changes in this timeline because of this is that the Uchiha clan will not die. Minito will give evidence that the masked man is somebody who literally opened up the Nine-Tailed Fox, so the Uchiha can't be excused. And yeah, that's what happens. Now through this, Sasuke will actually get a lot stronger because Itachi and Fugaku can actually train him, and they won't be busy because there aren't like any coup d'etat issues, so they have no reason to actually not train Sasuke. And Sasuke will also be happy in this timeline, and Naruto and Sasuke will obviously become friends at one point because Kushina and Mikoto are also friends. So yeah, overall a very happy life. Now one day I'm going to say Naruto and Sasuke are training, and at this point Danzo is kind of salty and he wants to steal Shishui's eye. And so basically what happens is, while Naruto and Sasuke were training, Shishui is going to use like a body flicker jutsu, and Naruto sees this. And Sasuke sees this, and they both hide. But Naruto had his sealing jutsu activated right when Sasuke was about to use his fireball jutsu, and suddenly it went to Shishui. So now, yup, Naruto has the body flicker jutsu. Let's go. And he has obviously a Sharingan. And Sasuke didn't see that Naruto activated his Sharingan because Naruto doesn't have enough chakra to actually withstand it. So it will only be activated to one Tomoe, but he can still have the body flicker and he can use the Koto Amatsu Kami, but he has to perfect it. Right when Danzo was about to like actually peel out Shishui's eye, Sasuke throws a kunai. Now anyone can do this because like obviously Danzo has to move his hand. Even a 5-year-old can do this, and Danzo will still not actually get Shishui's eyeball opened. And Shishui doesn't use the smoke bomb because Naruto body flickers to Shishui and he takes him away to somewhere easier. All right. Sasuke is left behind where he was, but Danzo didn't really know where he came from, and he was more focused on Shishui than he was on Sasuke anyway, so he goes to find Shishui. Now, basically, Naruto asks Shishui, "Are you okay?" And Shishui kind of blushes because he got saved by a 6-year-old, but nonetheless, he told the story and asked, "How were you able to move so fast?" And Naruto explained that he used his body flicker jutsu, and he copied it off Shishui. And Shishui was kind of impressed but also jealous at the same time, but there was no time. Danzo was coming. And I'm sorry I'm going a little too fast and my story's a little wanky. Now, it's been a long time since I've done What Ifs, and the second of all, I just want to change up my storyline a bit and editing a bit. So, yeah. So basically what's going to happen is Danzo catches up to everyone and Itachi comes right at the time like it what happened in the original. So basically all of them attack Danzo. Now Danzo is basically overwhelmed and he has to retreat. Now Naruto, Shishui, and Itachi go to the Hokage office to tell what Danzo has done, and Minito does believe this because Danzo is some really weird guy. And Hiruzen is really pissed right now, so he himself goes and kills Danzo instead of having Minito do it. And the foundation is completely wiped out, making Sai a normal shinobi in the Ninja Academy. Now this is also going to change because Sai is a very weird person, okay? And he's going to be joining the Ninja Academy with Naruto and Sasuke. And when Sai sees the Ninja Academy classroom, he seems like very not like fitted in because he's used to more like dark and confined spaces. So let's actually go through the Ninja Academy and Naruto and Sasuke's relationship with Sai. Now, when Sai approaches the classroom, he's just like really weird. He has like fake smiles on and a fake persona. Now, Naruto and Sasuke, seemingly thinking that Sai is pretty interesting, wants to befriend Sai. And Sai at first just like walks away and is kind of awkward around them. And Naruto is like determined to actually be friends with Sai. And he said, "So you were a Nanbu?" Sai nodded. And Sasuke said, "So you're a very powerful shinobi then?" Sai just looked at Sasuke blankly and said nothing. "So, do you want to play with us?" Sai said, "Sure, I guess." And Sai and Naruto started playing with each other, practicing kunai, and Sai did open up to Naruto and Sasuke about everything he went through, and Naruto and Sasuke kind of felt bad for Sai about everything, but it's just like a Shikamaru and Choji. It's accepted Sasuke, Sai and Naruto instead, and Shikamaru and Choji do their own little thing. Mizuki sees that Naruto has these strange abilities and he wants to take advantage of Naruto with this. So he tells Naruto to go steal the scroll of sealing with Sasuke and Sai. And he just says it as a mission to all of them to make it more interesting. And they obviously knew that Mizuki was lying and everything, but they didn't care because they can learn Mujutsu and obviously they can blame it on Mizuki. So when they go to the scroll of sealing, they each learn the jutsu together to make it easier. And with all this rigorous training, Sasuke awakens the Sharingan, and Naruto also awakens a 2 Tomoe Sharingan, and Sasuke asks, "You're not an Uchiha, how do you have a Sharingan?" "I'll explain later," Naruto said, and Sai learned jutsu that can add on to his painting thing. And so with these new jutsu, they decided to fight Mizuki with it as a test run. And when Mizuki arrived, Sasuke actually cut it out with the Sharingan to see his skills. And Naruto used his skills and Sai used his skills, each destroying Mizuki their own way. I'll explain the skills in the next part if we break the like goal. So yeah, that's how this basically goes. And yeah, wait till the scroll of ceiling and everything. It's going to be much more interesting with the Land of Waves arc and everything. And yeah, guys, this is the video, and I just want to know, do you guys want like the normal editing style or this editing style? This is a lot easier, so you guys can have a lot more videos, because basically what I did was low-key just played gameplay and then add a filter over it and literally just speaked randomly, and it took exactly, you know what, 10 minutes. So if I can do this like every single day, you get more videos.